Even though I killed the ghost, there's still room to debate. And every sport is on the clock, who being labeled the grade. If you hungry for the smoke, then come and get you a plate. We just evaluate the game and we don't deal with the hate. Come tune into the show, cause we about to get into it.
Every sport has a goal.
But now it's time to prove it. Barbershop vibe saying what other shows couldn't. With a buyer Coach Scott, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. This ain't for the faint of heart. Tiger, Jordan, Messi or Babe Ruth, Brady, Serena, and Ali catch phase 2. Get your facts ready and no Wikipedia, cause ain't no off season, he don't go debate media. Go debate media. Let's go.
So Dreamers Pro covered it.
The one with KD, right?
Yeah.
You did you you saw what I just sent?
Yeah, I saw you send the show that Dreamers Pro did. I saw it I think yesterday or day before yesterday I watched it.
And Kwame was on their head.
Yeah, man. I like what Dreamers Pro said about Kwame, because he said, if you think about it, when this stuff took off, like back in 2020, maybe 2021,
Right.
Kwame took off. Like just his responses alone had everybody paying attention. He should have had the big podcast offered to him at that point, because he was the man. But what ended up happening is people started trying to take the voice from him versus promote the voice that he had, because he needed no promotion. But what Dreamers Pro said was why, because he don't go along and get along with they stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
He ain't going along to get along with them. And now, even though he's on fire, got the internet on fire, they don't want to hear that type of. He's speaking the truth, and that's what it is.
And he definitely spoke. Speaking the truth in regards to KD and LeBron, and their, what they're trying to do. What they said was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kwame pointed out, and I'm sure most fans under the age of 40 have no idea that MJ dad died the summer after they won the championship.
And that's the crazy thing, though. That's the crazy thing. You got people who do have an idea. It's LeBron, goofy ass. He has an idea. Kevin Durant definitely knows.
To account, though. And my thing is this, right? Cool. Let's just say, for conversation's sake, right? Let's just say somebody was to say, hey, man up, it happens, death happens, people's wives, husbands, children die all the time. Let's just say from that standpoint. Let's just say we want to say that, right? Cool. Well, say it then. My thing is point it out. You get what I'm saying? Don't just skip over the fact that this man's father died. Don't skip over the fact that, he went to go play baseball as a tribute to his father.
You know what, though? It's not just that his father died. His father was killed.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
Now, that's true. That's true. And not only that, he did come out in his interview, in his retirement interview, and say that, he felt like he reached the pinnacle of the sport. And, he was saying a lot of stuff. He feel like he ran the course has run itself. And I can understand it, but you got to think about it. As you just said, a man's father just got murdered. Okay. There's so many emotions, so many things that can be going on through his mind at that time.
Right.
So much. Okay. And nobody wants to take that into consideration. Nobody.
But the crazy part about it is they talking about rededicating yourself to a sport where, first off, it's not about rededicating yourself, as we point out, because there's an extremely tragic event that took place. But we have two individuals, and I like how Dreamers Pro pointed this out, who not only refused but failed repeatedly to rededicate themselves to any level of hard work when it comes to the sport. Every time LeBron James got to the point where it was too much for him, what did he do? He go buy himself into another position. Kevin Durant, you are, of all people, you got your ass whooped after being up in the series and went to the team that beat you, who did not need you. Just be honest with it. People say, "Well, Kevin Durant saves Steph's legacy." I don't think so. Steph won before you. He won with you. He won after you. How does that even begin to make sense? And when you're talking about rededicating yourself or dedicating yourself, does anybody ever stop to think about this? Right? The same person that you are now trying to say did not dedicate themselves had a more illustrious career than you. So if
Hmm.
he can have that without dedicating himself, if he can have that without dedicating himself, what the hell have you been doing your entire career?
And not only that, let's come from this angle, right? And you get a lot of people, they love to say this. LeBron James came from the single parent homes. KD came from the single parent home. My mom, she the real MVP, or so on and so forth. But shouldn't those two appreciate, or not necessarily appreciate, but will understand the fact that they didn't grow up with their fathers? Allegedly, that's what they say. They didn't grow up with their fathers. A man who did grow up with his father, to lose something that both of them longed for.
Listen,
Both of
man,
them longed for that.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I am really surprised to a level that I've never been surprised to when it comes to KD. Like, I can't understand how. First off, the respect factor. When he's asked about LeBron, hey, can LeBron play in your era? Hey, LeBron can play in any era. When they was asking Jordan about years ago about who do you think's the best player, Kobe or LeBron, he was like, I don't know. But what they need to do is look out for Kevin Durant, because that guy, he started giving Kevin Durant big props. And Kevin Durant was actually always showing Michael Jordan, the utmost respect. There's testimonials and interviews out there where people are like, hey, I was actually thinking LeBron was the GOAT until it was Kevin Durant who broke it down to me, all the stats and the history, and like showed me really what Jordan. So when I heard what Kevin Durant was saying, I'm like, you know what? This is prompted. This came from somewhere. I don't know where it came from. I have a suspicion, because now that you're with LeBron, the ultimate disrespecter, now you're saying and doing things that he's doing that we've never seen you do before when you were away. But now you're with LeBron. And I'm not saying he was never around LeBron before this, but now that you're sitting there, you're saying the same thing and acting the same way that LeBron would act. But you've been like completely different. This came from somewhere. Somebody put the battery in your back, as I think it was Dreamer Pro, or somebody said that, or Kwame or somebody. Somebody put the battery in your back, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
first off, whoever put the battery in your back, there has to be some type of motivation for you to even allow them to put it in your back. What was said? What was done for you to allow that battery to go in your back to really start disrespecting? Like, it ain't even just hating. Like, people are like, oh, you hate her. They always throw that word around,
Bro,
right? They
and,
were
and let me tell you something, bro.
disrespecting.
The fans been frying KD ass on Twitter X. They've been frying him, bro.
And they need to.
I'm talking about cooking him. Like, he even doubled down. Like, they were frying him so bad, and one of his responses was, "Congrats to those people." And I'll say MJ retired twice every day for the rest of my life. What are you gonna do about it? Like, you doubling down on this stuff, and like, what has this man done to you?
Nothing. You know what it is, JL? It's LeBron is not truly mad at Michael Jordan. Kevin Durant isn't truly mad at Michael Jordan. And when you just said that, it just popped in my head. These people are not truly mad at Jordan or whatever, because Jordan hasn't done anything to anybody. He doesn't even say anything. He doesn't even say anything, right? So what's happening is they're not mad at Michael Jordan. They're mad at the responses that the fans of
Yeah.
MJ are giving them. Just like Jordan fans truly would love to appreciate LeBron James. They're not really mad at LeBron. Well, sometimes they are, because he does do and say stupid stuff himself. But if you erase the things that he does and things that he say, it's more so what his fans do and how they are. Just like the brainwashing and the ridiculous things they say and the ridiculous things they act, the ways they act, and the history that they completely ignore as if it never happened. So I
And
think
and
it's
this
that.
and this is why I try to tell fans, even myself, like I said, I'm not necessarily giving away my age, but when you talk about fans, anybody that's under the age of 40, for all of us under the age of 40 years old, and even when you talk about from 40 and up, like some of those 40 and up people didn't really see Michael Jordan, especially the early version of Michael Jordan, the 80s Michael Jordan. But people got to stop talking so authoritatively on things they don't know about or things that they wasn't around for. How can you speak so authoritatively as if you're the authority on this topic and you wasn't even around, but you just
Right.
speak like an authority?
Well,
I'm the authority on this topic.
well,
And there are people who actually lived during those times that are telling you what's going on.
right. But TikTok memes and highlights are a hell of a thing because that's what this generation learns from. They don't go back and watch the games. Like I'm that guy in the 40s and up. I'm 45, about to be 46. So I seen Michael Jordan play. But you're right. Like the early years in '84. Well, I was 4 years old at that point. But what did I have to
Come
do? I
on,
had to
man.
go back and look at it though. I had to go back and watch it. And even to this day, I still go back and study the film and look at the games and everything going on. That's why I tell a lot of these guys, like, y'all learn from TikTok memes and highlights. Y'all ain't see the games.
And the thing about it, bro, the details are gonna get left out. Like even today, right? Let's just say 20 years from now, they're gonna talk about the 2020, Disney World Bubblegum Championship. But the details around that is gonna be left out. They're just gonna say it's a championship. They're just gonna say LeBron won the championship in 2020. But the season ended shortly. We was during a worldwide pandemic. There was no fans in the arena. Like all of that stuff gonna be left out.
And not everyone
All of it's gonna be
participated.
left out. All of it's just gonna be left out.
Yeah. Well, context. And if you listen to any of LeBron fans talk, all you have to do is have a conversation with them, and you're going to hear a lot of things stated with no context ever given. And again, where does that come from? It comes from TikTok because TikTok doesn't give you a long enough video to give you context. It comes from
Right.
memes. Well, it's a meme on the internet, and you see people do it all the time. They'll post a picture of somebody with words and be like, this person said this. You look at the comments, there's 3,000 comments. People, pretty much cursing out the person with the picture who's on that picture. But in reality, that person never even made that statement. But yet people believe it as if it was actually made. It's a picture and somebody put words on that. The memes. And of course the highlights. They might go find some lowlights from the 80s or the 90s and say, yeah, these guys couldn't play. And so that's why we put together the lowlights from 2020s, 2025s, the 90s. Everybody has this. Like they learn from the wrong places and they never have that context. And then they never will. So I agree. It's just not going to happen. Like I don't even think they want to know the context. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. This new generation is just getting, and they're going to get mad when I say this. They're getting dumber. I don't know any other way to say that or to be nicer. But as time passes, it seems like the generations are just getting dumber. And the sad part about it is that they don't want to know the information. They just want to know what they like, who they like, and want to do what they want to do. What really happened really doesn't matter to them.
And it's a brainwashing going on. That's why I always say, like, the whole, LeBron James is the GOAT thing is a social engineering tactic. It just is.
So I understand when he was saying no one can guard him and this and that. And I agree, he's going to be KD. He's going to get his points and everything else. But KD, just understand, like, that is Mike, that is Kobe. And, like, you're not going to lock them up either. You may have some good defensive nights against them. They may have some against you, but you guys are all-time great players. Like, KD, if I can give any advice to KD, if he ever heard this, and I know KD's the type of guy who really don't care what other people say, he has this kind of inner anger maybe. I don't know. But if he was to take a moment and listen, I would say, KD, you are all time great. Shots at somebody who never took shots at you, shots at someone who showed you respect, unless there's some disrespectful thing that was done or said, Coach J.O., that we don't know about.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
but if that never happened, to take these random shots, at someone who's never taken shots at you and showed you respect and respect your game and this and that, and to start hating on the earlier eras, man, that's so far beneath you. Those are LeBron James tactics. We've come to know this man. That's what he does. It's accepted at this point. That guy, he's disrespectful. He's disrespectful. To me, I think he's just an 18-year-old that entered the league. He never had to have any life, challenges to grow up in. Once you're 18, you're a millionaire. What did you have to face in life to mature? No, nothing really. You just stayed the same. You got older, but your mind is still an 18-year-old mind. And people can see that. And people may get mad at me for saying that, but if you sit back and watch, you seeing the same 40-year-old, 18-year-old that I'm seeing each and every day. So it is what it is. But KD, don't fall into that trap, man. You're better than that. And if he did ever hear this, he may take it, trash it, or even say I'm crazy or tell me to kick a rock or something. Who knows?
Or he could come on the show and back up what he said.
He could, but yeah, him doing that, I don't foresee it. I don't foresee it.
Maybe he will. He could come on the show and back up what he said.
Yeah. We just can't let this one pass. It's just such a level of disrespect, Coach, that it's like, wow. And such a shocker that KD of all people, like you better than that, man. Like, come on. But it is what it is. Well, Coach Hill, man, call you back, and we'll when I get back in time, man, we'll jump back on and keep it going. Keep the train rolling.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, talk to you later.
Let's go. Even though I killed the ghost, there's still room to debate. And every sport is on the clock, who being labeled the grade. If you hungry for the smoke, then come and get you a plate. We just evaluate the game and we don't deal with the hate. Come tune into the show, cause we about to get into it.
Every sport has a goal.
But now it's time to prove it. Barbershop vibe saying what other shows couldn't. With a buyer Coach Scott, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. This ain't for the faint of heart. Tiger, Jordan, Messi or Babe Ruth, Brady, Serena, and Ali catch phase 2. Get your facts ready and know Wikipedia, cause ain't no off season, he don't go to